What's the dumbest rule your school has ever added? My school decided to add the most unhinged attendance rule in the history of public education. 5 absences and 0.2 points come straight off your GPA. 5 more after that, another 0.2. Just gone. Clipped right off the top like it was nothing. The board passed it, the teachers hated it, and none of that mattered because it was already done. The effect was immediate. Kids who hadn't shown up since October were suddenly in their seats at 7 a.m. looking confused by the lighting. Franklin, who had a 0.2 GPA to begin with, started arriving before the janitors. I asked him why he was there so early, and he looked me dead in the eyes and said, "I have to protect what I have left in case I get lucky." Franklin had a 0.2 GPA. He was protecting a 0.2 GPA. It wasn't even a real problem for me at first since my parents already ran a tight ship, but then Winter showed up and decided to commit a war crime against the entire school. Every hallway smelled like a hospital gift shop. Every classroom sounded like a coughing competition with no prize. Kids were showing up with fevers, with tissues stuffed up their sleeves, with that specific look in their eyes that said, "I would be in bed right now if I had any other option." Anything short of a confirmed bubonic plague diagnosis, and these people were in their seats. I got hit with 2 respiratory viruses back to back. 2 different ones. Like my immune system put up a fight the first time and then just gave up and left. So I went to the principal's office, not to report anything, not for a disciplinary issue, just to beg him as a human being to drop the rule before the building became a biohazard. I walked in and stopped. This man was sitting behind his desk in a full hazmat suit, face shield, gloves, the entire setup, just sitting there in his office like nothing about that was unusual, staring at me through a plastic visor while I stood there visibly sick and slightly falling apart. I said, "Sir, this rule is making everyone come in sick." He nodded slowly and said, "I'm not about to let any of you get me sick." The man who created the rule that forced every sick student into the building had completely sealed himself off from the consequences. He was in a hazmat suit, in his own office, at his own school. I went home. I thought about it. And then I did something I'm not going to pretend was a good idea. I waited until right after school. I picked the lock on his car, climbed into the back seat, and pulled a jacket over myself so he wouldn't see me. He walked out of the building about 20 minutes later, took the hazmat suit off in the parking lot because he figured he was in the clear, got in, adjusted the mirror, reached for the ignition. I sat up, he screamed, and before he could say a single word, I coughed on him for a solid 10 seconds straight, not a little polite cough, a full, committed, deeply congested 10-second broadcast straight into that car. The attendance rule was lifted the next day. The principal was out sick for a week.